to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me keep on running. Toes they gonna take
this is what we gotta tell.
Every fan doing this.
Filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
All right. Great morning. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. As you can see, Joe is not here, so we got a really good replacement with his brother Vaughn, Mr. RBO only. How you doing today, Vaughn?
Doing good, fellas. Thanks for having me on, man. You know, I love being on the big stage, so let's rock.
Let's get it. And then, of course, I got my dummy bro, Tomo, with me today. What's going on, Tomo?
Man, not too much, man. I'm finally glad that we got a Steelers fan up here. We've been having so many topics about the Steelers that I'm like, man, RBO Vaughn got to come on here and talk about this, man. So I'm ready to see what he got to say about these letter grades, and we got some NBA topics to talk about. So who better to have than RBO Vaughn?
RBO, there you go. You're right. Absolutely, man. I'm excited. Recorded my 21st episode of Dave's Doghouse last night. Definitely excited about that. Can't wait to do. Definitely was a short but exciting show nonetheless. I'm almost certain somebody that's in the doghouse, y'all not gonna know who that is at all. But if you watch baseball, then you'll know exactly who I was talking about. But we got some more candidates that will be coming out of the doghouse next week, so tune into that. But this is the Arthur Wells show. So even though Joe's not here, we still got Vaughn, we got Tomo, we got myself, and we're gonna turn up anyway. Turn me up. All right, we are live right now on Facebook, X, and YouTube. So make sure you like, share, subscribe on each platform. Share this. Make sure that you get this out to everybody because we're gonna be spending some knowledge that you're not gonna hear nowhere else. And then honestly, we might have some breaking news that happens while we're doing the show. So, Tomo, floor is yours.
Like, you never know when you talk about breaking news, because Russ and the Broncos was like, we ain't doing this no more. Then the Bears was like, they was like 7-2. They was like, I don't know if we want Fields to really stay. We don't know if we really want him to go, but we kind of got to get it together because Caleb Williams out there throwing deep passes at his pro day. So they said, you know what? We're not even gonna play around no more. Hey, Steelers, check it out. We got a 6th round and possibly a 4th round for y'all. What y'all want to do? And y'all was like, 6th rounder. He not playing this season. We'll do it right now. Then you got Patrick Queen from the Ravens. He's signed from the Ravens to the Steelers and said he's the villain. I know you like that one. Kenny Pickett's now gone to Philadelphia. It's a Pennsylvania thing. I don't know what's going on with that one. Y'all lost Deontay Johnson. However, you gained a little bit more than I think you lost. So RBO Vaughn, or should I say Steel Curtain Vaughn, what's your letter grade for this offseason?
First, I want to say I appreciate you, man. Steel Curtain is back, even though, we haven't done it on the field to show it. We're making just some moves to put us back in contention. So I appreciate no more silkiness out here, fellas. I appreciate that. But letter grade, how can I not give my boy an A+? Before I go into the grade, I want to shout out my GM, Omar Khan. This is his 2nd year. second off season, actually 3rd year, second off season with us. Last year he made a lot of good moves, I thought, and he learned a lot from those moves he made. The Mr. Trubisky signing, some of the older guys that he signed, Patrick Peterson, Allen Robinson, Keanu Neal, all 3 of those guys are gone now. Mason Cole, our former center, is gone, which we definitely needed to upgrade there. We're looking at the kid from the Oregon, possibly drafting him. I think his name Powers, something like that, Powers. We're looking at drafting
Jackson
him,
Powers?
but yeah, we are making the exact moves that we need to put us in contention. I mean, you said it, Tomo. We got Russ and Fields for less than $2 million. Like, that's crazy right there. You know, to do that, to go from, you know, having Big Ben and people saying we didn't move on fast enough and we didn't get our quarterback that we needed, to end up with Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and Mr. Trubisky, and it's just turmoil with Matt Canada, to the situation we're in now. It's like I woke up broke, and then I just woke up hitting the lottery or something, man. Like, it's a beautiful feeling as a Steelers fan, man. You have a guy in Russ who's a pro, a guy that's been there, a guy that's, you know, he's a champion. You know, he had a bad his reputation went down bad at Denver because of all the extra stuff going on. However, I think him being with a guy like Mike Tomlin, it's going to really reel him in, bring him back down to earth, and he's going to get back down to just trying to handle business. You know, we did something that I thought was very smart. I mean, it's a no gamble thing. You know, if he doesn't work out, get out of there, put Fields in, let's start that up. You know, so I just love what we're doing as a team, man. We're building. You know, our owner said he's tired of losing, man. He says it's time to win some playoff games again, man. And this team is doing a lot of stuff that I haven't seen them do ever, to be honest. Like, last year, we fired our OC in the middle of the season. Never have ever done nothing like that before. And just this whole rotation, flipping of the whole roster has just been a magnificent thing, man. We're still looking to get a big-time wide receiver from what I'm hearing. There's a lot of wide receivers in the draft as well. So I'm excited, man, to see what else we're going to do. Right now, we're leading the pack, I think, as far as off-season moves, with all the moves that we made. And I think that Omar Khan, we call him the Khan artist. Man, he just gets started, man. He just gets started.
Man,
Yeah, I mean,
it must be nice.
yeah, the Steelers have definitely been making some moves. I definitely want to see what y'all do with having another receiver over there, because you still just got George Pickens at the moment. But you have other options that are out there that you can possibly sign that are free agents. I know this name has been heard everywhere, but you know, you got guys like Odell that are out there. So you got some options that are still free agents right now. You still got Michael Gallup out there. He's not a big name, but he's someone that, you know, he can at least make a couple plays here and there. So that's something that's another option you have. But you got, like you said, you got the draft. You got guys like Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik Neighbors and Awuzie and those guys. And then you got guys that are coming like the second or third round, like Brendan Rice.
Yeah.
And McCaffrey's little brother is out there as well. You got a lot of, so this is a heavy wide receiver draft. So
Yes.
a lot of options there. You still got your tight end Pat Freiermuth that's there. He'll be back healthy this year. Defense is just going to get better. You got Patrick, like I said, you just signed Patrick Queen, so that's going to help out with your linebacker situation. I think now it's not going to be all on TJ Watt, because TJ Watt just pretty much can be everywhere, and it won't be all on him to get all the sacks, because Patrick Queen can cause some pressure as well.
Yeah.
You still got Joey Porter Jr. back there. Maybe just have to make a couple other offensive line moves, possibly, that may help out. And maybe another DN just to help on the other side of TJ Watt. Because, you know, TJ Watt, you know, he can go on both sides, but it would be great to have someone that can also switch with him. And then I think the only thing that confused me about the Russ and Justin Fields situation is Russ thinking that he's here for the long term. I think that's the only thing that confused me. Wait, we got
So the GM told him.
Hold up.
Hold up.
I got you.
So Joe, Mr. R2L himself, 499 super chat. He on the road right now, y'all. So safe travels, my guy.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you think Fields will start this upcoming year eventually, or will they just let Russ ride the season and go with Fields the next?
I think it's gonna be they're gonna play it, by ear. I think it's gonna be, put the vet out there. So what I've been hearing a lot of reports saying that Fields wanted to get traded here, like he wanted to be with the Steelers, and the Bears did right by him because a lot of other camps sent better offers. However, I also think they say that Mike Tomlin had a conversation with him before he even got traded and told him, like, listen, we're rolling with Russ this year. You won't really get an opportunity to compete. However, you are our future. We want you to learn from Russ, and we want to throw you out there with the best situation. So I think that we're going to let Russ start this year. If he slums, of course, I mean, you saw last year. we getting people up out of there now. You know what I'm saying? Omar not playing. So I think that we're going to let Russ do his thing. And if he slums, then we got to throw Fields out there because why not? I mean, you got Russ 1 year, less than $2 million. Hey, you can send him down. So that's what I think we're gonna do.
I actually like that because what's the name? I think that's all Fields wanted throughout this whole situation, throughout his whole career with the Bears, is just some honesty. And for Mike Tomlin to sit him down and be like, "Look, man, you might not play this season unless Russ get hurt or he starts slumming, but other than that, you are here to be our future." So I'm happy for him. Also, I didn't know that he wanted to go to the Steelers, and that's why they made that deal happen. So shout out to Khan, man. Omar.
Yeah, I think Justin Fields heard all the Kirk Cousins to Atlanta news. He was like, well, I know I'm not going there. So I want to go to a place where it's not a place of consistency. And one thing you can say about the Steelers, they've been consistent and not having a losing season. Right. So you at least have that. They got back to the playoffs this year. Something that they haven't done since 2021. So that's another good thing to talk about. Say, hey, well, this team did just get to the playoffs. And with all the stuff you can think of, all the controversy that was around the Steelers with Kenny Pickett and then George Pickens, people saying that he didn't, he was upset at the quarterback situation. Now, George Pickens got two good options. Because if you look at what Russ did last year, he played a lot better than he did the year before.
Definitely.
The year before, he looked like he was the worst quarterback in football, other than Zach Wilson, of course. But you had him looking terrible, and then this year he didn't look great, but he looked like he was at least getting back into form in some of those games. He had key wins against the Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm like, hey, you getting wins here and there. Now you put him in a better situation where he has a top receiver and George Pickens, and because George Pickens, we know how talented he is. We know what he's capable of.
Right.
And Pat Freiermuth, if as long as he's healthy, he can be really good as well. And then Najee Harris, even though some people call him mid.
One person calls him mid.
Yeah. We know that he has at least consistently ran over 1,000 yards. Yes. So you have that going with you as well.
That's amazing.
And Justin Fields is only going to help that. So having him sit back and watch and learn from a Super Bowl winning quarterback, somebody who's been in the league for a very long time, you got something that's going to be like, all right, cool. Something that I can look forward to. So I like the move. When Russ said that he was, he planned on being there for a long time, I said, Russ, I don't think you understand why you're there.
Right.
I don't think Russ was listening to Sierra when he said that.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking.
But some people think he's gonna be there for at least 2 years, though. He's gonna play for us for at least 2 years. A lot of people saying that, but I'm ready to get the Fields, to be honest. Because
2 years, okay, I could see 2.
Yeah,
but he was thinking. He said long term. 2 years ain't long term.
Yeah, he tripping.
2 years is like a short stint. That's what that is. It ain't a long term. So
that's all he getting, if you ask me. Unless he cooking. But I'm ready to get the Fields, man. We seen how electric he is. Him and Pickens actually are like really good friends. So I think that just like how him and DJ Moore, got that bond, I think it'll be the same with him and Pickens. Moore is more of a tenured vet. I think Fields and Pickens will be crazy. But about Pickett, right quick. I mean, I think he a cornball, yo. You know, so he get traded, he gonna go in his story and post his old picture of him with an Eagles jersey on. Bro, we know you really an Eagles fan. He been said this. He said he an Eagles fan. You know, we know you only rooted for Steelers because you went to Pitt. We get it, bro. So, but I hope you do have a good, good career there in Philly. Has backing up Jalen Hurts. As long as Jalen don't get hurt, he'll be all right.
Well,
that
Kenny Pickett
would be interesting.
Kenny Pickett think he's going over there to compete for the starting job. You know, remember that's why he left. He left because he didn't want to compete the starting job with Russ. You know,
he want to compete with Hurts.
Yeah, I guess.
But what's the team song for Philly? Dreams and Nightmares. So I mean, you gotta let the man have his dream. You know, even though it might not happen.
Yeah, it might become a nightmare, but he's dreaming right now.
I mean, it'll be a nightmare for Philly if Hurts get hurt, and then Kenny Pickett got to throw the ball. So I'm just saying it could work out. Hey, Kev, so make sure you got that dialed up.
That's true. So what's your letter grade, Vaughn? Your letter grade for your off season so far?
A+, man. I gotta give us an A+. We really on top of it, I think. And Dave, you know, you threw out Michael Gallup and all those guys. I'm gonna tell you a name that a lot of people got on top of our list. Your boy Brandon. I know you saw that tweet.
Yes,
and him and Mike Tomlin resemblance.
It's a lot of.
He trying to go with twin.
It's a lot of context. It's a lot of context that people are missing out on that. Like I'm not paying. Yeah. I ain't paying that no mind. You know I'm not. I ain't paying that no mind. It was the same thing with Debo Samuel when he was getting his contract and they was thinking about trading him to. They were saying that the Jets wanted to trade for him and we asked a lot for him. I'm telling you, we're gonna do the same thing in the Steelers. Just say, hey, we're gonna need your first round pick and George Pickens, and they're not gonna do that. So I don't see it happening.
What type of negotiation tactics be happening with the 49ers where they like, look, I need everything back for this player, but we still gonna sign him? Like, I like how y'all do it. It's better than what Dallas do because Dallas do a smear campaign to sign their players back.
It's to make people stay away. Like, look, we're gonna charge you an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
So you either give us what we want or stop calling us.
Facts.
Yeah, if you're a bad team, I would just do it. Like if I was the Browns, I would just do it just to be like, what you gonna do?
Right.
Let me not call the Browns a bad team because Dallas may win 7 games next season. So I'm gonna chill.
So Amari Cooper, it would have to be Amari Cooper and 2 first round picks.
2?
Yep.
Dang.
1 this year and next year.
I mean,
I'm telling you what John
offense. I know, but I'm just saying if I'm saying you know,
I'm telling you what John is thinking. Look at he just did that to the Jaguars. He said, "Give me your first and give me Zay Jones. If you ain't giving me that, then don't call me back."
Yeah, no, it's too many wide receivers for that one. If it was anything else, yeah, I probably would have did it. But it's too many wide receivers out there. And like you said, I think the Steelers might get one of them. If y'all go get that offensive tackle Powers, that'll be good. Because one thing that I know the Bears defense has been good, but they never had a Watt on the other side of the ball. Like Roquan is gone. So they never had a Watt, Hayward, Highsmith. Like the names just go on and on. You got Patrick Queen now. So when Justin Fields gets out there, it's going to be a field day. And with Russ alone. So all the arguments between you and Mark, if y'all not in the chats, make sure y'all get in the chats, become a member, click the link. But that calling Najee mid may have to change after this season because I see them running the ball a little bit more now. My grade for y'all, I'm gonna say B+ for now, because y'all have been turning up, but the all season's not done, and I think y'all got more in store. So I'm gonna say B+. I'm not mad at the A.
Yeah, I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. B high. The highest is B+. Definitely making some really good moves. It's just I want to see what else they're gonna do. That's the only thing for me. What else? What's next? What's next for Pittsburgh? So, and yes, Joe. Yes, Joe. We did ask for Zay Jones. Zay Jones may not be considered our top receiver, but he's their best receiver they have right now, other than Christian Kirk. So that's why we asked for him.
Y'all sure wasn't trying to get Calvin Ridley.
No.
Yeah, even if he was there, y'all wasn't going to ask for him.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Well, I mean, we're going to see what happens, man. I know a Raven fan going to go back and watch the show and have a lot to say about what we said, but hey, that's what comes with the territory. But another team.
Ravens fans.
That's true. One of them gonna be real turned up, but the other one, you know, he's gonna be real monotone, but he's gonna be like precise with all his attacks.
Haters
You know
gonna
your
hate
name.
though. You know, haters gonna hate.
Mhm.
Hey,
Well, I
hey,
mean,
Kev said if Kenny Pickett beat Dallas, that'd be funny. Well, he did beat the Ravens twice.
Mm.
there you go. So I mean, it wouldn't be funny to me. Like I said, hey, Big O, I did say it. We might get 7 games. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. Everybody around the league is getting better. Meanwhile, we just maintaining like we won a Super Bowl. But it's not about Dallas. But we are gonna stay in the state of Texas. This young team here has been turned up since some news dropped. We don't really cover too much about that news on this show, but if you know, you know. Jalen Green has been going off, and the Rockets are like, look, we got our new head coach. The young core is actually gelling together. What's my man name that left from the Grizzlies that came over there? He likes to
Dylan
start
Brooks.
off. Dylan Brooks. See, this is why we got RBO Vaughn here. I haven't heard anything about Dylan Brooks since he came to Houston outside of the LeBron situation, but it ain't like what it was in Memphis. So clearly somebody got a wrangle on him. Beyonce got an album coming out in a couple days. Houston causing problems, man. So the question is, can the Houston Rockets make the play-in tournament? Well, I would start with RBO Vaughn, but we just asked you about the Steelers. I'm going to start with Dave. And we're going to say the best for last.
Well, I did put the Rockets as dogs of the week, so I think it's only right that I'm able to talk about them. So the Houston Rockets have been on a nice surge. They have the best record in the NBA in March. So that's saying something. This month is almost over. And I believe they're 7-1 this month. They have not only do they have the best record in the NBA in March. I got to make sure I clarify that before Boston Celtics trying to come up here and say something. They have a top 3 net rating, top 3 offensive rating, and a top 5 defensive rating. They're only 2.5 games back of the Warriors right now for the last playing spot. Now their schedule isn't all that easy.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. The schedule is what makes it hard to say that they can make it. But they have a coach who's been there before. Ime Udoka did lead the Boston Celtics to the NBA Finals. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to lead the Rockets to the NBA Finals. That's not what I'm saying at all. That is so don't misquote me. But what he's doing and what this team has, you got to remember they not only have Dylan Brooks, they have Fred VanVleet. They have Jalen Green. They got some players on this team. Another move for next year is not only do they get Alfred Sengun back because he's out injured right now, but remember they made a trade for Steven Adams. So that's going to help them out a lot next year. This team can be very dangerous next season. Now, as far as them making the play-in, I don't know. I don't see it at this moment. I want to see them to be able to continue to win more games, and now I may change what I'm going to say. But I'm going to say no. They are undefeated since Alfred Sengun went down, and they have the capabilities of doing it. But I find it hard to say that they're going to be able to make it to the play-in. Now, somebody would have to drop very low, like someone like the Mavericks, the Lakers, or the Warriors. All of them, one of those three are going to have to drop and drop badly. But I don't see it right now. You see, the Warriors just had a dominating win last night, so I don't know. I don't see it right now. I don't think they make the play-in, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Man, I got to piggyback off of everything you just said about this team. But one thing I want to note is the coach. You see what he did in Boston, right? Everything you said. And now he goes down to Houston where the limelight isn't really on him. But Ime Udoka is a really good coach because this team was
Really
terrible last year. And they had some of the same pieces, and this team was not this good. And they're even finding ways to blow. Now I would say blow teams out because they played the Wizards. I mean, not that hard to do that. Jalen got 42, 37 on the Wizards. Then he dropped 34 back-to-back on the Suns. He been turned up. But that's just, we always knew that was going to happen at some point. And now you finally got a coach that's like, look, bro, go do your thing. Mm-hmm. He's looking like Edwards with the dunks at times. Now y'all see why we want y'all in the dunk contest? Look what y'all doing in games. This is crazy.
Facts, man. We're tired of watching these bombs do the freaking dunk contest. They don't got no creativity.
Yeah, you know, like after you dunk, you want to do the dab, but you should have did it in the air. We're not talking about. Yeah, we're not calling nobody out, but we're talking about you. You know. Speaking of colors, right? But with Green, if this team was playing like this a little bit sooner, I think they could have made the play-in right now. But look at the teams they got ahead of them: Golden State, Lakers, Phoenix, and the Mavs. And we seen what the Mavs been doing. You know, 25% fan now over here with the Mavs, but Golden State and the Lakers are really trying to fight for that play-in spot, and I don't see them dropping as much as Houston can continue to win, along with their schedule. So if you ask me, I don't think they can make the play-in, but next season, this is one of those teams you need to be on the lookout for. It kind of reminds me of a team, you know, that you like, Vaughn, where everybody was doubting them, but now look at them in the East.
Yeah.
They kind of remind me of the Magic a little bit.
Yeah, man. This Rockets team, if y'all remember early in the year, they started off, they was like top 4 in the West. They started off really good. They were winning games. They were shutting people down. I think they went on like a 6-game win streak or something like that early in the season. But then they just started losing. They started folding at times, you know, just being a young team. But I think having a guy like Van Fleet over there, that was a real big pickup. Him and Dylan Brooks, they both play a rugged style. They both play defense. They're physical players. So that was able to help Udoka kind of, you know, lead that charge with them, you know, playing more physical. Because, you know, your two guards, well, your 3 and your guard out there, 2 veterans, they're out there playing defense. It's going to help lead the charge for these young guys. And y'all know about how I feel about Sengun. He's on my top 5 list for guys under 25. He was number 5, I believe. He's going to be a problem, but like you said, he's down. I think it was a blessing for Houston because it woke up Jalen Green. I mean, can people forget who this guy is? The number 2 pick overall a few years ago. This guy has superstar written all over him. I mean, he has the athleticism. He has the scoring ability. He has the swag. I mean, the dude can play, and I feel like Houston forgot what they had because, you know, Sengun burst into the scene.
And was even just cooking, man.
Yeah, he was cooking. Even a guy like Jabari Smith, man. Last year, you know, my cousin, he's a shout out Ty, not Tyrone, but Ty, my cousin Ty.
I know what you're talking about. He was on the show. I know you're talking
about. Yeah, Rockets fan, and we always talk last year. We like, man, I think the coach name was Silas. Like, what are you doing, bro? You're not even using Jabari Smith for real. Like, the dude is nice. Did y'all see him in the summer league this past year? He was cooking. Like, feel like T-Mac out there. Like, he wasn't crossing people, but the way he was pulling up here and fadeaways, like, it was crazy. So, I just think that this Rockets team, I don't think they're going to make the play-in, by the way. I don't think that they're going to make it. They have a shot, of course, but I think Golden State will will themselves into the playoffs. I like their schedule over the Rockets schedule, and I trust Steph a lot more than anybody over there on the Rockets. So I just like you said, Tomo, they're going to be a force to reckon with in the coming years because they got young studs over there, man. Even Cam Whitmore, the rookie for this year, he's nice coming off the bench. I mean, they got a lot of pieces over there. So Udoka, I think he was the perfect coach for them because Houston had no culture, but now they have that. They're building it, and you can see that this team is going to fight, and it's not going to be a sweet cakewalk every night. So I don't think they make the play-in, but I do think they're putting the league on notice. Like, yo, we're not making it this year, but better watch out next year.
Facts. They definitely got to watch out next year, especially when Sengun and Steven Adams come back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be dangerous.
It's going to be real dangerous with that one.
And imagine how you can pitch the free agents because, like, already everybody wants to go to Houston just because of what's going on in Houston. You got the taxes, then you got the Texans turning up. Then you got Ime Udoka who could be like, look, you seen what I did with Boston, right? They went to the finals. And I'm not saying it's going to be that easy of a road in the West, but the same culture that you see with this Rockets team looks just like that Boston team, where it's that young core. We're going to fight every night, and it is what it is. We're just going to leave it all on the court. And that little back and forth with him and LeBron lets you know that, hey, look, we ain't no slouches over here. I don't care who you is.
Right.
Hold up.
Who we got here?
Shout out to Joe, another 49. Joe, you got money. What's up? Joe
hanging out with Jerry Stackhouse.
Joe got the 49. That's messed up. Oh my god. $49 super chat. If the Rockets make it in, who would be the team that falls out?
It's a good question. Man, I might say I can't say Phoenix.
I would
It's
say
between Phoenix and the Lakers
the
for me.
Lakers. I would say the Lakers.
I gotta check the Lakers schedule out right quick.
All right, but
The Lakers.
That's tough. That was a good question.
I might have to go with the Lakers too.
Yeah, I think the Lakers would lose that. I think that's the team that will fall out because the Mavericks seem to have found what they needed to be able to still be in there.
Yeah.
So I don't think Phoenix is really a playing team. It's just it's like
Hurt.
Yeah, they just got injuries everywhere. Katie's been the healthiest on the team, but Bill been out, Booker been out. It's just been crazy. And the Warriors, like I said, the Warriors just. I mean, look at just what they did last night. At one point in the game, they was up by like 25. I was like, yeah, I'm going to sleep. There's no point in me watching.
Yeah. Had a parlay on that game. I said, man, I just need the Warriors to win. I looked at it was up 25. I said, okay, I can go to sleep now.
Yeah, good dub. But yeah, I would. Right now, I'm saying the Lakers.
All right, so I said Phoenix for the Lakers, but I had to go back and look at their record. I think it's a clear-cut favorite. We might have to all agree with the Lakers on that one, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, Carl said 2 hours left to join the Carl Talking College ESPN bracket. The NCAA bracket. Make sure y'all sign up for that. If you in the chat, so you definitely drop the link and the password so you can join. And as a newcomer would say, the smoketh is here. I don't know why he thinks he's going to win, but
yeah, I don't think so. He tells me he think he got the best bracket. Boy, get up out of here.
I know, right?
You ain't been in the college basketball chat all year. Now you want to see you got the best bracket.
We'll see after round one.
Exactly.
That's when everybody just be like, yeah, I got it.
Facts.
Well, I mean, it was a lot of strange picks when it came to like who gonna win the championship. But hold on, I know we don't got the beautiful imagery to talk about the chats, but you just want to tell them about the chats right quick, and we can briefly touch on the shows on the network as well.
Yeah. We could definitely do that. So I'll start with the shows first. So we got to talk about first of all, I'm gonna start with FFC. Fantasy football with Coach Coombs came back. He returned on Thursday, talking about free agency. So you want to hear about some football talk or fantasy talk? Definitely tune in to Coach Coombs. I know he helped. Who won the Super Bowl this year? Was it Ty?
I think Ty won. Yeah,
Ty beat me in the championship.
So I must say because I remember it was against you. So he helped Ty be able to win the Super Bowl this year in our fantasy, and I won it last year, surprisingly. So, but that trust me, when it comes to fantasy football talk, Coach knows what he's talking about. So make sure you tune in to FFC. We got BWT, Baseball with Teddy. He had an episode yesterday as well. He actually had an interview with Xavier Woods, who used to be in the MLB and now is on the MLB network. So make sure you tune into that. BWT, and there's baseball going on right now. The Padres are beating the Dodgers 15-11 right now. This is a high scoring game right now. Crazy. So all baseball talk goes through Teddy. So if you want to learn more or you're a huge fan, make sure you tune into BWT. And then we got Mr. RBO himself on the show, Real Ballers Only, where we talk about basketball. It could be Xavier Scruggs. Okay, sorry. I apologize for botching your name, Xavier. So Xavier Scruggs. So you got to make sure when it comes to basketball talk, Vaughn, yes, we know about the Lakers, we know about the Celtics. What about Jalen Johnson for Atlanta? You hearing about these kind of guys when it comes to RBL. So he's not here to just talk about all the big names. He's here to talk about every NBA team. And he's a Magic fan, so he got to talk about his Atlanta Magic doing well this year. So you got RBO Vaughn for that. As you see, he's on the show today. And you're going to hear some more basketball talk because we got another basketball topic to talk about. Then you have my show, Dave's Doghouse. This show, anybody can get it. What that means is if you do something bad in the sports world, or if Vaughn sends me a video of him crossing you up, you in the doghouse. You know, you can't be letting Vaughn do you like that. I know he a baller, but they ain't play better defense. You know, but if you do something great, you have a great take, or you do something great, something that's amazing, then boom, you're gonna be considered dog of the week. This is gonna be a show that players, coaches, anyone in the sports world is gonna be like, all right, I want to make sure I don't mess up and be in the doghouse. But hey, if I do well, hey, I'm be looking for it. You better put me on. You better put me as the dog of the week. So that's the kind of show that I have. Then you got Carl talking college. All college sports, well, not all, but college basketball and college football is what Carl talks about. If you want to hear about the upsets, Carl got you. Carl got you with that. When it comes to college football, who's going to be the top teams next season? You got that. You got some all-season topics that he's going to talk about soon once basketball's over. You don't want to miss it because Carl knows exactly who he's talking about. He even knew the players in Howard University that was playing, and I didn't know not one. So Carl is definitely he knows what he's talking about, and Carl will be live after the round of 64 quick picks after the show today. So he will do the round of 64 quick picks. So make sure you tune into that after the show. And then you got In the Red Corner. This is the hottest and the fastest growing show on the network. It's boxing, pure boxing only with Ty, Ricky, and Fast Cap Tony. These guys know what they're talking about. You get it from every single angle. You don't know who's going to say what, who's going to what. Tomo, chill.
I ain't even say nothing.
You don't know who's gonna. You don't know who's gonna say what. You don't know who they think Canelo's gonna. You don't know who they think Canelo's gonna fight, even though we know he's fighting against Jaime and on May 4th. But you know he may lose. You know they don't talk about exhibitions, but we do on our Swell show. So if there's any exhibitions that y'all want to talk about, let us know. They won't talk about because it's not real boxing. But you know, we got Mike Tyson and Jake Paul happening July 20th, so live on Netflix. So make sure you tune into that.
Yeah,
and
then
you got Kings. You got Netflix.
That too. Then you got Kings Talk with Joe. It's exactly what it says. It's Kings Talk. So anything that involves the Sacramento Kings, he's going to talk about it. But if you like basketball, also tune in because he's going to talk about whatever team they're playing against. He's going to talk about them as well. So make sure you tune in. Those are all the shows that are on the network. So make sure you tune into all of those. Then when it comes to the IG chats, we talk about every single thing. We have
expanded the chats, right?
Yeah, we expanded the chats today. We now have a NHL, a hockey chat, and a UFC chat. So UFC will no longer be in the boxing chat. It is no longer going to be in there. It's going to be.
You hear that fast, Camp?
Yeah. You don't have to worry about no one else sharing stuff that's about the UFC in the boxing chat. That is no longer there. So, but we have boxing, UFC, hockey, baseball. We got college sports, basketball and football. And for college basketball, that's men and women. Then you got the NBA that's also mixed in with the WNBA. Then you got the NFL. And we have other chats outside of that, but we're just talking about these right now. That we have soccer as well. So we got chats for just about every major sport. We don't have one for tennis or golf or like badminton, stuff like that. I mean, we ain't talk about that stuff. So I'm just saying, got names of rugby. We ain't got those. We ain't got those. I mean, I don't know anybody that's a rugby fan. I know somebody that played rugby, but I don't know one that's a rugby fan. So, and all the other chats are free except for the NFL and the NBA chat. So if you want to get into one of those other chats, you let us know. But if you want to get into the NFL on the NBA chat or the VIP chat, you have to become a member. You got to become a superstar member to be in the VIP chat. And since I'm talking about memberships, Tomo, floor is yours.
Got you. Now I got to shake up the script a little bit because now we done expanded the freeism as far as the chats. But we got the pro level, all-star level, and the superstar level. And at the pro level for $2.99 a month, you get loyalty badges next to your name in the comments. You get priority comments. And I want to say you get to join one sports chat, but out of those sports chats is only NBA and NFL. So we're gonna reverse that and say for the pro level, you get the loyalty badges next to your name and your comments, and you get to join a chat. You still gotta become a member. The others are free, but those two, you know what's going on right now. You know who everybody want to be with the NBA finals coming up, and then with the Cowboys potentially making a trade for Pat Surtain. You never know.
Correction, free temporarily.
Oh, at the moment.
So
it's like the McRib. All right, so there you go. All right, so they like the McRib, y'all. So you never know when it's gonna come back. So you might want to join these chats now while you got the chance. And then you got the all-star level at $4.99. You get the members only videos. You get to join multiple chats. Like I said, McRib. So I understand. And then you get to request a topic or segment nominee. Set topics are for the show. That's each show that's on the platform too. Don't just think it's just for R2Us. For all of the shows, we expanded. So everyone here knows we one big happy family. So I didn't ask RBO Vaughn to talk about Jordan Poole, but he chose to talk about Jordan Poole because he was playing good. But that was a topic. I might come back and say talk about why he playing bad when he a starter, not coming off the bench. Then you got your segment nominees, your done son, National Average Top 5, and Dave's Doghouse. That's for $4.99 at the All-Star level. Superstar level, $9.99 a month. You get to join the VIP chat. That's the R2L chat. That's the only chat that's on Instagram and Twitter/X, whichever one you want to call it. That's the only chat that's on both platforms. You get to be a guest on the show. You get awards and plaques to the top performers. When we say top performers, that's based upon the episode that you did, the views, likes, just the ratings. We don't do in-house voting. We let the people speak for itself. So as many views as you get, you can get an award for that. There you go. Just like that. I didn't even know they had that milkshake. That's crazy.
Me neither.
Hey, Joe, that's different. Chick-fil-A is different. I might want to try that to see if they know what they're doing now. And if y'all know what I'm talking about, they're talking about a banana pudding milkshake at Chick-fil-A. For those who know, no, I didn't. Thanks. You learn something new every day on this show. And you get member shout outs at the superstar level. Again, that's $9.99 a month. Shout out to Tone, Coach, Teddy, Big O, Donnell, Joe, Dave, myself. And we got a few more members as well. I got to go check the refurbished list. But shout out to the members that I got written down right now. And let's get back to the show.
Oh, before y'all continue, I want to just give one shout out to the parlay chat. Now, the parlay chat has been making moolah, y'all. I mean, we've been on a heater. We hit at least 4 to 5 bets a day now in the parlay chat. But you got to become a superstar member to get in that chat. You gotta be a superstar member.
Let's go, Bob.
Let's
go, Bob.
And they get get on this money train. Because we running it up, man. Let's get it.
Let's go, Vaughn. That's
I'm adding that to the script right now. And parlay chat.
Yes, sir.
That's tight. That's tight.
He gave y'all no sweat first bet. And y'all ain't even catch it. But we gotta talk about one more team that's up and down. They went and got Dame. They got the nastiest on the bench. You never know when he gonna get in and show off. And then you got Giannis, new head coach for the second time around, going up against one of the best teams in the NBA last night. Found a way to lose again. I don't know what's going on. They start off slow, but then they find a way to catch back up. I don't know what's up with the Bucks, but how lucky are these Bucks? And do the Bucks have the best chance in the East to beat the Celtics? I know we did a topic about somewhere in this fashion, just more so about the Celtics. Would you take the Celtics or the field? And I always said I'm going to take the field because of the Western Conference. Like, I know what the Celtics can do in the Eastern Conference, and we always see how they match up with everyone. But after playing the Bucks 3 times, and the Celtics kind of own them with a 2-1 record, each game hasn't been most of a blowout, except for like game 2 where the Bucks won 135-102. I forgot if Tatum and them played or not. But do the Bucks have the best chance? Is Milwaukee in Miami? Because unless they move to Miami, I don't think so. I think that's the only team that for some reason has their number. And when y'all get healthy, Dave, you already know what y'all doing in the playoffs. I like what the Knicks have been doing lately. That with all the trades and just how they play defense, and just if you ever watch the Knicks play defense and how they rotate and just put the press on you, which is nice. But do the Bucks stand the best chance in the East to beat the Celtics? My flat out answer right now is no. They don't have the best chance. They have a chance, but not the best chance because of the two other teams I named. Also, another team, I'm not going to sleep on them. I don't know how they're going to do in the playoffs just yet, but I like what y'all got going on outside of that move with the jersey swap when y'all played the Raptors. And like I said, if you don't know,
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Those just two young guys, man, having fun.
Hey.
Two young guys.
Well, I'm gonna just go off topic right quick. One person said Jalen Suggs had one moment. All he had to do was just jump in there for one moment, and then they had the three. You do the math. That's all I'm gonna say. But I think the Knicks, Miami. I'm gonna say Miami because of Dame. I'm gonna put the Bucks there, and then I'm gonna say the Knicks. Those are the three, and in that order. But I don't think the Bucks have the best chance. Bon?
I'm gonna have to go with the Bucks. You know, like you said, they are 1-2 against the Celtics this year. The last game last night, Giannis didn't play, but they was able to fight and claw their way back into the game. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Dame without Giannis. It seems like, well, after the All-Star break, Dame actually has stepped it up a lot. I've seen a lot. I see him actually like impact the game a lot more, which I've been waiting for all year. So, and another person, Chris Middleton, he's been looking really good as of late. I like how his confidence is building. He's hitting his mid-range shot at a high rate like he used to. So I think this Bucks team has the firepower to actually go at the Celtics. Yeah, I was gonna say something about that, Carl. Oh, they played Tomo. They ain't played that second half, I don't think, though. They set I think they set like most of the second half because they was getting beat so bad. And a lot of people were saying the Celtics don't care because they feel like they got the Bucks number. I don't think so. You know, I think the last couple of years the Bucks haven't really had their, you know, they either been hurt or something. Like last year, Giannis was hurt. Chris Middleton just got back from injury. The year before that, Chris Middleton was hurt. And it was just a lot of different things. I think this is the best situation they've been in past couple years. You got Dame healthy. You got Giannis healthy. I like Malik Beasley over there hitting shots. Chris Middleton looking back in form. So Bobby Portis looking like a six-man of the year off the bench. You know, so I really like this team against the Celtics. I think they can match up. You know, I don't think Porzingis will be so much of a matchup problem for them like he would be for most teams. So I think the Bucks do have the best chance.
Dave thinking. Uh-oh. I mean, but you had to take a sip.
See, we agree, Vaughn. We agree. The Bucks have been one of the best defensive teams since the All-Star break. That's something that's very, very important that I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to. Remember, before the All-Star break, they were what, 3-7 under Doc Rivers?
Yeah, it was something bad.
Yeah,
it wasn't good. Since then, they've had one of the best records in the NBA, and they've been back and forth between the second and third spot with the Cavaliers. But the Cavaliers have lost 3 straight, of course, because they lost last night to Miami. But they were a depleted team. You know, Donovan Mitchell wasn't there. Max Strus didn't play, so they didn't have all their best players on the court last night, and they only lost by 3. So, out of the top teams in the East, I would say the Bucks do have the best chance because, yes, even though they are losing the series 2-1, like Vaughn said last night, they got close into the game without Giannis even being on the floor. That's saying something. And Dame has played very well without Giannis, and I think it's only going to continue to get better when Giannis comes back. And yes, they lost. People remember they were talking about how they lost defense and stuff like that, but they went and traded for Pat Bev, and then the defense just got better.
Yeah, about that.
Whether it's Pat Bev himself, all we know is whenever Pat Bev goes somewhere else, the defense improves. No matter When he went to Chicago, the defense improved. When he went to Minnesota, the defense improved. When he was with the Lakers, the defense improved. It doesn't matter where he goes, he makes an impact on the defense. It just gets better. When he was with the Rockets, even though they weren't known for defense, he helped that defense out because it was him and PJ Tucker. You know, they were really good defensive players. And the Bucks they have championship experience. They have something that the Celtics don't have. They have a ring. They have a championship. So they know what it takes. Now, the Celtics do have somebody that used to play for them. They do have Drew Holiday over there. So they have somebody that has some championship experience.
They best player.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. So I think this is why everyone, I don't know if anyone talked about this in the chat, but remember when Teddy came on here, he said that the Celtics would beat them in 5 games. I think that's crazy. I don't think that's the case. I don't think it takes 5 games. I think 6 minimum is what it's going to take. I don't think it's going to go. I don't see a gentleman's sweep. I don't see a sweep. I see 6, 7 games, period. I don't see this going 5 games. This is a very tough matchup for both teams. And I think it's going to be very physical. And I think it's going to be a really good matchup. You can hit the hold up. I'll answer this while he's talking about this.
All right, I got you.
Hold up.
All right, Joe. Thanks again for another $4.99 super chat. You just got money to spend today. I'm gonna call Heidi, tell her check your checkbook.
Go ahead.
But he says, Dave, I'm surprised you didn't pick Miami. Why not when Miami has a history of giving the Celtics a hard time?
I was shocked too.
See, that's the easy answer for me.
Mm.
It's an easy answer. Of course, we cause them problems, but that depends on where we play. Depends on where we are in the seed right now. I believe we're the 8th seed right now, so we would match them up and we will match them up right now. But I don't think anyone has heard what I said. I said I would not want to play them in the first round. I would rather play them second or in a championship. I would not want to play the Celtics in the first round. I don't think that's something that I don't know. For some reason, I just don't feel like this is the year that we can be the 8th seed and make another run. I just don't see that happening again back-to-back years. Even though this is Miami, I wouldn't be surprised. But y'all know me. This year, I've been totally different how I talk about Miami. I don't talk bad. I don't talk really great about them. I just like I'm. It's wait and see for me. It's wait and see. I want to see exactly what happens when everybody gets healthy because Tyler Hero has not played in over a month for real. And then Jimmy Butler has been in and out of the lineup. The person that's played the most games is Duncan Robinson.
He's been balling.
Exactly. He's the only one that's played over 60 games on our team so far.
Yeah.
Of all the players that get the most minutes, he's played the most. And then you got Caleb Martin who has some injuries as well. So for me, I just want to see where we land first before I say we can beat the Celtics. If we're in the 8th seed, I don't see us beat them in the first round. I wouldn't be surprised if we do, but I don't think we have. And of course, we got Terry Rozier. He's starting to come into form too. Along with Mohamed Haquez still being a really good rookie this year. So we have the chance. I just right now I just feel like the Bucks have the best chance to be able to knock them out.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, man. Just know Triple J on that list for me. I better him to get 4 rebounds. Your boy got 1 rebound.
That's how it normally go, though. That's how it normally goes.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. No bound, but I think one thing too, Joe. I think that the Porzingis there, and I just think with Drew Holiday, Derek White, and Porzingis, I think those 3 guys bring a different element to the Celtics as well. No more Marcus Smart bonehead decisions, bonehead mistakes. Like Drew Holiday knows how to run the offense. He knows how to make the right plays and things of that nature. So I think that if they do meet them, like Dave said, it will have to be later. So, it'll be more like they can gain some more momentum and things of that nature.
Yeah, so that's mainly what I was saying. We need to gain momentum to be able to beat the Celtics. like last year, I think we'd have been able to beat them in any round because it wasn't momentum that we needed. It's just that when we came in and when we beat the Bucks, I was like, okay, well, we could beat anybody the way that he was playing, and that's what happened. We beat everybody in the East and got to the finals. Now we didn't win it all, of course, but we got to a point where no one thought we could beat, not even myself. So
and the landscape in the East has changed just a little bit because think about it. I mean, what Dame did now with the Bucks, that adds another scoring element that wasn't there last year. Also, you got to think with Middleton, is he going to stay healthy a full series? And I think Giannis got hurt, and it was all on Middleton at that point, and Drew Holiday. Then when you go to the Knicks series, the Knicks have gotten better as far as just defense and adding more depth to their roster. You think about the Celtics, Porzingis removing Marcus Smart adds a little bit more efficiency to the offense. You don't have to worry about somebody saying who's going to shoot the last shot because whoever has the ball between Tatum or Brown, you know that shot's going up. You got to worry about Marcus Smart saying, well, if y'all don't want to figure it out, I'm going to shoot it.
Facts.
So I agree with you on the momentum part. I think y'all just have a mental edge over some of those players in Boston now. It's just something about how when Jimmy Butler shows up, everybody know you got to be on your A game. And it's not just one night. You got to play them again in 4 more games.
Every night. Every night. We all know playoff Jimmy is just a different animal. We know he's going to turn up when it comes to playoff time. It's just, for me, it's just everyone else around him. That's all I'd be thinking about. I just be worried about everyone else around him. Like, how is it going to affect everyone else? Especially now that we got Terry Rozier and Tyler Hero. And because now we have 2 scoring guards. We didn't have that for a while because Kyle Lowry, whether you respect him or not, he's not a scoring guard. Let's be honest about it. He's just not a scoring guard.
It's all right, Dave. It's good. It's cool. It's cool.
No, man, he ain't there no more.
I know.
He gone.
I know. And I think the thing about the Celtics, what they need to worry about is they better hope that Porzingis stays healthy.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. If he stays healthy, then they should be fine. But if not, then you never know.
When does Giannis come back?
I think he's only been out for a couple games just to relax.
Just the last 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's gonna help. Yeah, I want to see how the new element works under the new coaching with him, Middleton, and Dame, because we clearly see that Bobby Portis has stepped up. Yeah. Him and Dame and Middleton, man, they showing off. They was like, man, it seemed like Middleton was like, man, I've been waiting for a point guard like you all my career. Thank you. So we're gonna see.
That's right. Spo is a major factor. I don't disagree. I think
it's a lot of elements.
It's a lot of elements. For me, I would rather play them in another round and not the first round. That's all.
Would you go on a podcast and talk about it?
What you mean?
Would you go on a podcast and talk about it? Like if you was in the NBA, would you go on a podcast and talk about it?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Vaughn, would you? I mean, who's y'all guys' favorite player?
In the league right now?
Yeah, right now or in the past?
In the past, D Wade, that's my favorite player. But right now, my favorite player is Kyrie.
All right. Would you want Kyrie to come on the Doghouse?
Of course I would.
Would you want Paulo to come on RBO Vaughn?
I see what you're getting at. Yeah.
Okay. Now we gotta talk about why Draymond mad at LeBron for coming on his show. I set the play up. Y'all was like, what position I need to be in? Then y'all figured out what was going on.
Yeah. After a while, we was like, oh, okay. We got it.
I just gotta get the crowd ready to understand why Draymond was upset because we gotta react to it. Also got a clip for y'all for those that don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna play this clip right now. Hopefully he ain't cursing. Joe, don't kill me.
A great basketball conversation, and you don't get to have those often with many people, and you definitely don't get to watch them often. So I'm excited to check it out. I must say I am a little upset that LeBron James is like going on a podcast and he still haven't been on the Draymond Green show. But when it's your own thing, you kind of can't say anything. So I guess I'll live with it for now. Pick the bone with him that I got to pick with him later. Nonetheless,
the episode is out. Bron started his own podcast with JJ Reddick. We've seen the clips go around. We got to react to it. You know, that's a clip from the Draymond Green show. If you don't know where to check it out, it's on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you can find your podcast. Wherever you can find Refuse to Lose, you can find that Draymond podcast as well. Now, we just got to react right quick. Now, I asked you guys a question. Carl, FGA already knew what was going on. Kings Talk knew what was going on. Now, if y'all was in Draymond's shoes, how would y'all feel? He is signed the clutch. He is uninterrupted as well. He's done the shop. He's made up with LeBron about calling them names. They're basically buddies at this point. Now, how y'all feel about that clip? Huh?
Man, stop crying. That's all I gotta say. Stop crying. I like who has been on your show? I don't know because I don't watch the Draymond Green show. I just scroll down YouTube. The only two people I've seen so far was ex-players. I haven't seen nobody that's playing now on the show.
I think he had KD on his show, didn't he?
I don't know. I don't watch the Draymond Green show. I'm not saying he's not a good basketball mind. I'm just not a big fan, to be honest. I rather listen to guys that's not playing no more, talk about the game rather than guys that play. That's just my opinion right now. I think when you're playing, you kind of you're in it, so you don't keep it all the way 100. So I've seen that a lot, but like stop crying, bro. You mad another grown man for going to do his own thing, and you ain't come on my show first before you start your own show. Like he can still come on your show, like you know what I'm saying. So I don't.
He had Trae Young on there.
I'm hoping that it was a joke, like a brotherly joke. Like, like you said, Tomo, they are buddies, but stop crying, Draymond. Like, your show isn't, no disrespect, but you're not the number one show on YouTube or nothing, bro.
You definitely isn't.
That's my thoughts.
And that's no shot to you, Draymond. But
facts.
It's no shot. I've watched the show a few times, and it can be entertaining. Don't be wrong. I don't watch it all the time, but I've watched it a few times, and it's definitely a good show. But yeah, I mean, Bron has. I think Bron did respond though. He responded and said that he's going to come on the show, but I don't think that reaction was needed. I guess he was trolling. I'm hoping it was a troll or something like that. But if not, like Vaughn said, stop crying. If it's not a troll, then don't worry about it. Bron ain't been on nobody's show.
Facts.
He's been on Uninterrupted, and that's it. He ain't been on no other show. And now he starts his own thing, and you upset. Like, come on, man. It's Bron. Bron can do his own thing. This man is a billionaire. Whenever he want to start something, he could just go ahead and do it on the whim. It's all about him. And somebody that he wanted to do it with JJ Redick, who has another really good basketball mind. And we know what kind of basketball mind he had because he's done it on ESPN, on his own show, and on other shows. So trust me, we know he was talking about. And Bron was like, well, let me talk to this guy and be able to pick each other's minds. And that's what they did. They picked each other's minds. And everyone knows LeBron has the highest IQ in NBA. Like, we know he has a very, very high IQ. And we know he can read people's plays, from a distance. He knows what you're going to play, the next play, and the play after that. He knows what defense you're going to run. He knows who's going to get the ball. LeBron, we know that. So just let LeBron do his thing. Let him do his thing. Y'all doing y'all thing. He ain't complaining about, not being on y'all show or y'all inviting Bron to come on y'all show. Did you send him the invite to the show?
That's a good question.
Did you? KD was on the show. Trae Young was on the show. So did you invite Bron? Or did you think Bron might not want to come on? So you can't make a statement like that, especially if you haven't invited him. Now, I don't know if you have, but I'm saying if you did not, then you really can't be upset.
Okay, so yeah, KD, Trae Young. I'm going through the list. Right, I'm going through this page right now. Yeah, Asia Wilson. I'm just talking about people that are active. It's funny that he did a show with Paul Pierce after he told him you're not about to get that Kobe tour. Like, that's just funny. But Chris Paul on there. I guess they had to talk about their rivalry. So just going through that. But I feel like all the people that were on the show, Steve Kerr, he actually reached out to. So I'm with you, Dave. My reaction was going to be, did you text him to say, hey, bro, I got a show. Like, whenever you free, come through. And maybe Bron pulled a Jay-Z and was like, yeah, I'll be on there soon. And then he popped up with his own show because most people say that's what Jay-Z do. He'll be like, nah, he'll curve you. And the next thing you know, he'll show up with his own thing, doing the same exact thing that you asked him to do. And he'd be like, hey, bro, what you doing? I know a lot of people are pushing back saying, like, why would you pick JJ Redick of all people? JJ Redick he does have his own platform, but when you watch JJ Redick clips, he's actually going into full detail of the game.
Yeah.
You know what? It's kind of like RBO Vaughn-esque. You know what I mean? Like how Vaughn would talk about players that no one wants to talk about on the mainstream media. He goes into full detail of why you should like this player, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Draymond, most of the time when I'm watching some of your clips, you either upset about why y'all lost in the playoffs or you just kicking it with the homies. Kind of like with Paul Pierce, but Paul George podcast. It's like you just kicking it with the homies. They ask questions here and there about certain games, but if you ain't reach out, then you shouldn't be upset. Then I don't like the little. It was kind of the rest of the clip. It kind of was like a backhanded promotion. Like nonetheless, the podcast comes out in a few days, which was like last week or earlier this week. Go check it out. So if Bron goes on there, he needs to address that. And LeBron did do RJ and was it Channing Frye's podcast, but he kind of helped him start that. So again, it's his own thing. I want to get my own thing off the ground. Come back on the shop and talk about it.
Facts.
Exactly. Hey, Vaughn, y'all got y'all have a player that y'all been watching in the draft that's
Good point,
that
John.
recently just visited y'all who has a pro day on Friday.
Okay, we've been, Omar and Tomlin been on that jet, on that PJ.
Yeah, so that's just wanted to let you know about that. And the Giants just restructured Dexter Lawrence's contract. Now they create $7.5 million in cap space.
Giants ain't playing slow. Look at them at QB. It might be,
Well, they still stuck with Daniel Jones right now.
Everybody is doing something. I promise you, man. You would have thought the Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls the way they acting, man. This is let's get out of here, y'all, before I start crying on air.
Last words from me. Again, appreciate y'all for continuing to watch the network, along with all the shows that are on here. Like I said, shout out to all the guys that are part of the network, and then shout out to the ladies that will soon be a part of the family. We have one right now, but let's think about all the other ones that are becoming. We know it's not just one lady sports fan out there. We know it's more. So whatever you can do to be a part of it, make sure you do. Like I said, I'm excited about how everything's going. And yeah, I'm excited about Dave's Doghouse. You definitely think I had a really good show last night. It was maybe about 35 minutes, but it was well worth it. I went into detail how I wanted to, and it's great. And then Duke, come on, man. Make some kind of run. Make some kind of run. Don't go in there and lose the first game of Vermont. Come on. Don't
sleep on them neither.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. I ain't sleeping. That's why I'm talking to them right now. That's why I'm talking to them right now. Like, look, don't go in there and think it's gonna be a cakewalk. Like, it's just gotta go out there and get it done. And shout out to University of Miami football. I feel like it's gonna be a really good season this year. So let's get it.
Well, shout out Pittsburgh. Like I said, man, keep doing the moves on the off season to make us better for when the season start. Shout out to the Orlando Magic. Right now, we're 5th in the East. Nobody thought we would be this far. We are half game behind 4th, 2 games behind 3rd, and 4 games behind 2nd. So don't be surprised if you look up and we top 3 up in this piece. You hear me? Shout out Paulo and the gang though. Proud of y'all boys. But UNC, today's the day to start it up. Like Dave said, man, it's March Madness. Let's get it. We got Wagner today. Should be an easy one. But don't sleep on nobody. Foot on next. It's the message on everybody. So the goal is to meet Arizona so we can beat Caleb Love to get up in that Final Four. Let's get it.
I got y'all playing against them. Too.
Yeah, me too. I want that matchup so bad. I'm not gonna lie, I want it so bad. A lot of people got them winning in our region though.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched CTC or watched the show yesterday, but you should see who I have winning.
Oh yeah, I'm tuned today. My tune-in show day.
Yeah, so you'll see. But yeah, that's all we have for the show today. And until next time, peace out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.